Daniel Island, South Carolina. Hi, my name is Bob Brenneman, and I'm a realtor out here on Daniel Island. Today, we are going to just kind of give you a little talk and a tour of Daniel Island. Things to keep in mind about Daniel Island. It's in the city of Charleston, so you would have a city of Charleston address. It falls under the leadership of the city of Charleston, which at this present time is the mayor's Joe Riley. And I tell everybody, this is just my personal opinion, but I believe aside from the history of Charleston, the reason Charleston is where it is today is because of the great leadership of Joe Riley. Daniel Island, again, people don't know a whole lot about it sometimes. I don't work for the developer, so I can say it with all honesty. They underpromise and overdeliver on everything they do. Really a model for community. Becky, my wife, and I have tried to move out here several times over the years, and it's just been a timing issue. But I firmly believe that Daniel Island is a home run community. It just that they have got just a very clear vision of what they're doing out here, and it's very picturesque. It has a lot of walking trails, a lot of places to shop and to eat, and plenty of recreational space.
What we really love is just the openness, just kids riding their bikes in the street, people walking their dogs, and it's almost like that Norman Rockwell America that we'd never, really experienced before. So we love that about being in the neighborhood. We get a lot of that around here. We can ride our bike that direction to the gym, ride our bike that direction to the restaurants. And I mean, the city itself, it's so easy to get to. We go downtown 3, 4, 5 times a week. We never hesitate to go downtown.
Daniel Island was formerly owned by the Guggenheims in New York. And they sold the tip closest to Charleston to the Daniel Island Company some 20 years ago. And if you drive around Daniel Island, or if you're watching this video or looking at other stuff online, what you're looking at when you see Daniel Island is that it's, most of it has been done in the last 20 years. Another thing to keep in mind that's very important about Daniel Island, if you're doing research online, Daniel Island is going to show up as Charleston, South Carolina. Keep in mind, it is part of the city of Charleston, so some of the listings that you may pull up online are going to say, they may say Cainhoy, or they may say Wando. All that is Daniel Island. Daniel Island is blessed by being surrounded by 2 rivers, the Wando on one side and the Cooper River on the other side. This gives island residents great access to rivers, and the rivers lead into Charleston Harbor and then on out to the ocean. So if you're a boater, it is a great spot to be. They're in the process of developing what will be the largest marina in the southeast on the banks of the Wando River. And again, being partnered with the city of Charleston on that, it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal product. And if you're a boater, Daniel Island really needs to be on your list of places you visit as you try to determine where you might want to live. Daniel Island has very good school systems. They have the Daniel Island School, which is grade through middle, and then they have Bishop England, which is a private Catholic school, but you don't have to be Catholic to go there. I think you get a tuition break if you are, but those schools are really what service the tip of Daniel Island that's closest to Charleston, which is really what we're kind of talking about today. And again, good school system, kids ride their bikes, very walkable community. For those of you who are looking for luxury homes in the Charleston, South Carolina area, Daniel Island Park, which is on the north end of Daniel Island, is the quintessential golf community, at least as far as I'm concerned, in the southeast. It's top notch. $1 million homes, 2 private golf courses, country club, beautiful amenities center, just everything you could really, honestly, if you're a golfer, would possibly want, and some of the best golf in the Charleston area. There are 8 subsections on Daniel Island, so there are 8 little subdivisions that make up Daniel Island. Again, when I'm talking about Daniel Island, we're just talking about the tip closest to Charleston, because again, Daniel Island is a very big island, but most people that know anything about Daniel Island, when they talk about Daniel Island, it's the tip closest to Charleston. So there's 8 little subsections: Smythe Park, Daniel Island Park, which we'd mentioned, Cochran Park, some of those places. And they're obviously, with park in the name, they've got a lot of parks tied into them, so very cool from that aspect. One of the big drawing cards, I think, to Daniel Island that a lot of people really like is the ability to be able to walk to places, whether it be to walk to school, a place of worship, restaurants and whatnot. All the neighborhoods have walking, biking trails that are tied in together, and then those all tie in and feed into downtown Daniel Island. So you can get on your bicycle, your golf cart, you can walk, you can run, and it's all wraps around the rivers and through the marshes. So it's just really beautiful. And a lot of people, will buy here because of how pedestrian friendly it is. Another thing, as we mentioned, you're in the city of Charleston when you're on Daniel Island. Having the city of Charleston as a backdrop is a huge selling point, I think, for this area, no matter where you end up in Charleston. But because Charleston is a world-class city, great restaurants, plenty of theater, lots of exciting things to do. And when I always tell people, if you live here, people want to visit you, and a lot of that reason is because of its closeness to Charleston. Daniel Island is also close to the beaches. You can be on the beach at Isle of Palms in 15 minutes, and again, great way to access the water no matter where you are.
Once we got here, we made the almost fatal mistake of going to the boat show. We saw boats, we kind of got the boat bug, ended up buying a boat in March of this year, a small 21-foot kind of runaround Scout. And now we spend a lot of time on the water. We'll just go out to have lunch, we'll anchor somewhere, have lunch, have a bottle of wine, go out, watch the sunset. I go out fishing quite a bit. It's fantastic.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed our talk and our little tour of Daniel Island today. Again, my name is Bob Brenneman, and I'm one of the top producing realtors out here on the island. I am happy to give you any kind of insight that you want about the island, answer any of your questions. I give driving tours of Daniel Island. They're completely complimentary, no obligation. If you want to get together or talk about any of this, give me a call at 843-345-6074. or you can visit me on the web at danielislandproperty.com. Thanks, y'all.